Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. So, in this part we're going to be doing the mission Tenebris Torquent. So locating what they believe to be the Hurk homeworld, the Alliance sends a team to investigate with drastic consequences.
Researchers led by my friend Dr. Bashir have isolated several fascinating aspects of Hurk biology. I'm told this data provides insight on their native environment, specifically a metallic planetoid orbiting a pulsar within a nebula. There's one system that meets these requirements, Havas Kul in the Gamma Quadrant. I'm going there to investigate along with Captain Kira in the Defiant. Dr. Bashir will accompany us as well. His insight will be critical to the mission's success. The doctor believes we'll find what we need to end this conflict on Havas Kul. If he's right, and he often is, I'm willing to travel to the heart of enemy territory. Won't you join us?
Sure.
Be seeing you.
Okay. I guess I got to approach DS9 first. No? Shouldn't have to. Yeah. Don't know why I was saying anything about going to DS9. And let's begin.
I have to say, the survey reports on this system really don't do it justice. The nebula, the pulsar, dark energy, and the Hurk home.
I'm not reading any Hurk ships on sensors.
Nor I. Isn't that strange? One would think they'd place a heavy guard on their home system. How peculiar. Let's use this opportunity to look around. Quietly, of course.
Agreed. Conduct system scan.
We're reading a number of interesting phenomena, despite interference from the nebula. Let's see. Plethora of heavy metallic compounds. A hotbed of tetryon and thermobaric energy throughout the nebula. A fitting birthplace for a future star.
There's a moon nearby. Preliminary scans aren't showing much. But it's just the kind of place the Hurk could be using to hide a base. Or a fleet. I'd like to take a closer look.
Let's move in.
The pulsar's throwing off a lot of hazardous energy.
Let's scan.
Most astute, Captain. Let's make the appropriate shield adjustments.
I don't like this. Scans are showing a lot of bare rock, but no metals or compounds. It's a lot like...
Like it's being completely stripped of anything remotely useful? The calling card of the Hurk, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps we should send down a probe just to be absolutely sure. There could be some Hurk down there, hidden by the nebula's effect on our senses.
I'll send a probe then.
Barely Class D. No metals, complex compounds, liquids, or atmosphere.
The interior is a complex maze of tunnels. Thousands of them.
This matches Hurk patterns we've seen elsewhere. They've been here.
The probe is online and transmitting. Our science teams are taking a close look at the incoming data, but it doesn't look terribly promising. Shall we forge on? There's a lovely planet nearby, no doubt filled with a bounty of toxic rocks and metallic salts.
Set course for the planet. Let's go. What's the worst that could happen? Oh great, they're gonna hang back a little bit. Make me go first.
Entering scanning range now.
These astronomic readings are strange. The planet has a highly eccentric orbit. Looks like it collects matter from the nebula as it sweeps around the pulsar, all while being bombarded with radiation. definitely not habitable by most standards, though it's not quite demon class. An orbital period of several thousand years. That explains the Herc life cycle. They must hibernate while the planet is at the far range of its orbit. This orbit coincides with the previous emergencies of the Herc. The 1,000-year cycle explains why they appear suddenly, then vanish just as quickly.
We're reading complex structures here, along with power systems and technology. This could be a base of operations for the Herc. It appears to be deserted. Why don't we take a look around? This could be a prime opportunity.
Or, how about we don't, Garrick?
Let's meet on the Defiant. We'll need to make some preparations before we send an away team down there.
Roger that, Captain.
I've sent a team down to establish a secure zone. They're ready for you, but you'll want to put on an EV suit before you beam down. We have some in that container for you to use. Once you're suited up, we'll beam you down to the secure zone. It's just below the planet's surface, in a large cavern area.
Okay. I'll, take my own, thank you very much. And I need to go and equip one to everybody. Okay, step on the transporter. And this is a tiny transporter. We should have gone to my ship. This chamber appears to be a natural cavern, but readings show unusual energy and a lot of magnetized metals and salts not far from here. Some of the caves near here have a regular structure, like they were dug out rather than naturally occurring. Maybe the Herc have something like an ant hive? Let's check with Kira's away team and see how they're progressing.
I should have a habitation area set up soon. We can replace the reducing atmosphere in this cavern with standard oxy-nitro and warm things up a bit. Kane's keeping watch, and Weir is looking into other connected areas. We should have a perimeter field up within a few minutes.
You said, oh, there's Kane. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, I don't see no Kane. Carry on, Williams. Ishimura.
Reading a lot of background radiation and some wild magnetic fields. It's like the pulsar and the nebula are supercharging the metallic crystal compounds here. The environment's very different from anything we consider a habitable planet. Explains why the Herc are so alien. Quite a treasure for a geologist like myself.
Ishimura, I don't know how you can even work. You're being blinded by the little flashlight that I have hovering over my shoulder. And the one that's also on the side of my head, because clearly I need two. Carry on, Ishimura. Okay, let's hail the Defiant.
Everything's in order here. Defiant, do you still have a lock on us?
Affirmative. If you need transport, there may be a slight delay due to pulsar emissions.
I'm getting something odd on my tricorder. Up there!
And we're dead.
Glad you're still with us. Whatever that was must have left you for dead. I'd get moving in case it comes back to make sure. Looks Looks like you're in a series of tunnels that connect to a larger cavern. Garrick and Bashir are close to your position. They're moving into a large open chamber. Try to make your way to them.
Okay, so perfect. We now only have the flashlight on the side of our head that's actually attached to our helmet. However, it is, kind of blinding me, I imagine. What with it seemingly just turning my entire helmet white, and it's like a very hot white. Sure, Kira, I'll go ahead and try and meet up with Garrick and Bashir.
Be careful. Some of the crystal formations down there are emitting intense amounts of energy. We can't lock onto anyone with transporters, and the others are reporting that directed energy weapons won't work.
Understood, Captain.
This is Bashir. Garrick and I are alive, but we're a little lost.
Keep moving. You should head up to another chamber.
Don't know why I seem to have gotten stuck there when I tried to jump over it.
The creature's in a passage near your location. Stay sharp.
Garrick and I are moving into a very large, oblong chamber.
Here I was, hoping those cozy, cramped little tunnels would make it.
Looks like the door to the next chamber is locked.
Those readings you're getting from that crystal node are interesting. It's generating a localized magnetic field. Manipulating that field could cause a response similar to pushing a button or flicking a switch. I wonder, do you think Herc can sense magnetic fields similar to sharks on Earth?
Let's stay on point, Doctor.
Yes, of course. I think you'll find a way to manipulate that magnetic field to open the door. The morphogenic crystals are probably the keys, so look for one nearby that has a similar output to the door node.
A little weird that the switch is all the way over here.
The readings I'm getting on that crystal are weak. It probably isn't usable.
Okay, never mind. Even further away.
That one's got an odd harmonic. Doesn't seem to match the rest.
And again, even weirder that it's all the way over here.
That's the one you need. Use it to open that door.
And let's get moving. Don't know how I can see anything on my tricorder. And get ready to run. Oh shit.
There's a deep crevice ahead of you. See if you can get across. Hazardous energy and anti-gravity ahead. Use your thrusters. Creatures turn back. Must not like anti-gravity.
Good to know.
Slow and steady. Don't get lost. Try to head up when you can.
Garrick and I have a breathable atmosphere here. Everyone, try and reach our location.
Williams here. I'm stuck in some kind of tunnel maze. Not sure how to get out.
Ishimura here. My nav system's useless. I'll keep trying to find you all.
Receiving your transmission from the console. Analyzing now. There's a lot of historical data and cultural references in there. The short version, the Herc used to be a peaceful species. There's talk of a great betrayal, some kind of epidemic. Then the entries just turn into gibberish.
Interesting. I do believe there is an accolade in here for finding something, but I don't recall what it is or where it is. Okay, that's where we came from. We're not allowed to go that way? No, okay, not allowed to go that way, I guess.
This one looks like technical data. Interesting. None of their starships had weapons until 2,000 years ago. Their first designs were way ahead of most species at that time, though. Huh. How did they go from geniuses to the ravenous eating machines we're dealing with now?
No idea. It's a good thing that they were peaceful at first. Oh, poor Williams.
Kane, report.
Oh.
I just lost crewman Kane's vitals.
Oh, Kane. Okay, I thought it was Williams.
Weir's comm signal is down, but he's still alive. Keep an eye out.
Okay, that actually is on a timer. Okay, yeah, there's nothing there. Oh shit, that hurt. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna still try and get it, so I'm gonna do a little bit more exploring.
Bashir and Garrick are just past this chamber.
Okay, I don't see anything else I can interact with, so...
We're picking up some interesting tech on sensors. Interesting and old. Very old. Most of it predates the Federation by several centuries. Are you reading those energy patterns on the other side of that opening? They're far more intricate than the others we've seen. We think there's some kind of ship ahead of you. It shows signs of damage. You might be in some sort of dry dock or repair facility. Interesting. There are large gaps in tech level between each section of the facility. It's as if the Herc learn as they hibernate. They wake up with 1,000 years of advancements at hand and get ready to work.
Well, that's not very fair, is it? Okay, let's see. So, this console looks like you can operate a door here. Because that means they get to just advance very quickly. Now, I know there's definitely an accolade in here, maybe two. I don't recall if it's just one or two. Good to see you, sir. We've got a safe area set up here. Wonderful. Okay, Garrick.
A pleasure to see you. We'll need all the help we can get if we're to leave this world alive. To that end, the good doctor and I have started to make sense of our surroundings. We seem to be in some sort of Herc command center. From here, we can begin to restore power in critical systems.
Herc technology is driven by electromagnetic manipulation of morphogenic crystals. Doors, life support, everything, even their central computer. If we can find the right crystals, I can bring things back online. We can look for information on Herc biology within their data system. We might even find a cure here. I found a little information. This planet used to be rich in a type of fungus. It thrived in the harshest of environments, even areas high in pulsar radiation. It used to be a staple of the Herc diet until it disappeared from the ecosystem. Without it, the Herc began to suffer from a severe type of malnutrition. It led to a number of neurological disorders, many of which we've seen firsthand. Based on these readings, there should be more data storage units in the tunnels beyond this chamber. They're the ones by the door with the blue glow rods. One more thing. Some parts of the tunnel still have malfunctioning gravity systems. You should be able to navigate through them, but the energy fields in there will nullify your weapons, so be careful.
I'll get you those those storage crystals. I was about to say crystal storages. Okay, just had to make sure. And let's make a right.
Oh, good. You made it. We were about to leave when... No! No!
What's going on? Ishimura's vitals just flatlined. It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, yeah, you do that, Trust.
That covers the first peaceful meeting between the Herc and the Founders over 3,000 years ago.
Kinda would have been great if, Soshal would have joined.
One of your officers has arrived here.
I don't recall exactly where the accolade is. Okay, I think it's over there. All I really recall is I know one of these gives an accolade. Ooh, what's this? Oh, activate anti-grav. Let's do that. Let's get our officer up. I'm just gonna...
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Yes.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries.
So I went and got in the little anti-grav thing, and, well, it hates anti-grav, apparently, as we've discovered. And get the storage crystal.
My God, the enzyme the Herc need is a
Oh,
precursor to
Jesus.
dangerous.
Run away, run away, run away, run away. Get in the anti-grav, get in the anti-grav. Where is it? Is it still following me? I don't know. She doesn't say anything about it disappearing, so...
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Okay, good. Good, good, good. Let's go back. There was stuff there. Okay, it's neither of these. Or maybe it is and it's just later on and I'm actually I think it is one of these two. It's just you can't trigger it right now. You gotta trigger it in the little later. It's a very weird system there.
One of your officers has arrived here.
Oh, geez, Trust, you took forever to get over there. Or not Trust. Naramoya, you took forever to get over there.
You're a sight for sore eyes. Let's get out of here before...
William!
Don't mind me, I'm just making the anti-grav. Ha ha ha, you can't get me now.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Hey, you go, Finn. Let's get the storage crystal.
The Herc tried to synthesize the enzyme they needed for cognition, but failed.
No, oh, god damn it. I want to go straight up. Thank you, Jesus game. Why is that such a difficult concept? Okay, and now I think I have done the trigger for the accolade that I'm thinking of. I think they originally sort of planned for you to do this by going left when I went right. This is the direction I came from, I believe. So we'll just make a quick pit stop
One of your
back
officers has arrived here.
to the other section where we got the second crystal. I always go and make a right when we start this, but yeah, I think they designed this with the idea that you wouldn't be making a left, not a right. Yeah. And gotta stick in the aliens reference. It's game over, man. It's game over. We're all gonna die. Because, I mean, why not? There's no good reason not to go and stick in an aliens reference. Is this the direction I came from? I think it is. Yes. Because I didn't run into any floating rocks or anything. I think it's, I want to say it's Hicks that says that. I don't know why. I don't even recall if there's a character named Hicks in Aliens, but I think that's what it was. Ooh, little shiny thing over here.
That's Kane's helmet. I have a feeling we won't find the rest of him.
Well, we found the rest of Williams. But yeah, Kane, he was one of the first, so he's probably gone. They ate all of them. No idea where Ishimura is, though. She's gone. I don't know if there's an accolade for finding Ishimura. I don't think there is. I think it's just Williams, and I don't think we got anything for finding Kane, did we? No, I think we just got some points.
Nicely done. We should be able to translate Herc data files and run a detailed analysis of them at a greatly accelerated rate now. I have a good friend in Starfleet engineering that would love to spend some time with this technology. The Herc have made some remarkable advances in their time.
Garrick, are you getting a little impatient over there?
The first results are in. Excellent. I have access to a few critical systems, including gravity and power generation. Bringing them online now. That should make things go a little smoother.
Indeed.
I'm getting some historical records now. Give me a moment to process it. This is not good. It's a record of the fall of the Herc civilization at the hands of the Dominion. For some reason, the Dominion removed the fungus from the ecosystem during the Herc hibernation cycle. Military conquest, most likely. This is what drove the Herc to madness.
It appears we have some uninvited guests.
You're a long way from Zenketh, Admiral.
Yes. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Traveling incognito?
One of her many covert identities, I suspect.
This expedition of yours has gone on long enough.
Touched a nerve, have we?
You found a secret I've kept for millennia. Something I've kept from Odo and the Great Link.
The origin of the Herc infestation.
And your role in it.
I needed soldiers to realize my dream of dominion. Enforcers willing to obey without question. Physically, the Herc were perfect candidates, but their peaceful, free-thinking nature was an obstacle. In studying the Herc biology, I found the key to their loyalty.
The Ketracel precursor.
Yes, I extracted it from their ecosystem. They had no choice. Obey or die.
I take it things didn't go according to plan.
No, they became savage, incoherent, volatile. With each cycle, the swarm grew larger, wilder. My ability to control them diminished. All I could do was point them in the direction of my enemies. I would let them rampage and await their eventual hibernation.
Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
They were a failure, but they provided a gift. Ketracel, the gift that led to a more successful endeavor. The Gem Hadar.
I think I've heard enough. I knew you were involved in this somehow. You built an empire on slavery, and now it's all falling apart. When the Alliance learns about this...
But they won't. None of you are leaving this world alive.
You would kill another founder?
There were other founders who knew the truth once, like you. They did not want a dominion built on the backs of slaves. They tried to depose me, to expose the truth to the Link. They failed, and paid for their lack of vision.
All of you, against the wall.
Odo, this is getting out of hand.
Stop this, now!
No, Odo. This is bigger than you. Bigger than us. The Dominion must endure.
I'm afraid I can't allow that.
What now?
You've forced my hand. This is a modification of your own Herc lure. As we speak, every Herc in the Quadrant is homing in on the signal.
And you're calling them here? To their homeworld?
On the contrary, madam. I'm calling them to the Founder homeworld. Your chickens, as the humans say, are coming home to roost.
Insanity! We will...
Did it actually kill her? Because certainly wouldn't complain. Oh shit. And he's got to make up his mind as to where he wants to go. We got some more mines down there. We go. Okay, now he's focused on me. Crappy personal shield.
I think that's our cue. Now that we have restored operations here, our ships will be able to lock onto us with transporters. I suggest we take advantage of this while we can.
Okay, we got 2 Gem Hadar there. And Vorta. But we seem to be missing a couple of the Gem Hadar. Either way, let's go ahead and beam up.
You did this? All of you? You killed a god? My god? My beautiful founder. Gone forever. I loved her so. Now you'll pay the price. Guards!
Enough, Wayun. All of you, stand down.
No! You betrayed her! And the Dominion! I will carry out her final order!
That founder is no more, Wayun. This founder has given you an order, and you will obey.
No! He is no founder! She was a founder! He is a traitor! Guards! Shoot to kill! All of them!
Belay that order.
What?
We do not serve you, Vorta. Where this founder leads, we will follow.
Thank you, my friend.
Fine. Then I'll do it myself.
Take Weyoun into custody and return to your ship. We have business at the home world to attend to.
Not quite sure what's going on here. Game seems to have some issues with rendering. Noticed twice now that it's been showing my non-cutscene character models basically faded in the background. So yeah, that's apparently a thing. Game seems to be having some issues. Never noticed that before in any time that I played any missions. So that must be a very new thing.
Was it part of your plan to draw every Herc in the sector to this system, Garrick? Because if it was, it worked with flying colors. We need to get out of here and fast. Our only hope is to punch a hole through the swarm so we can go to warp.
We're right behind you, Captain.
Try to hold them off. See if I can arrange a distraction.
Those guys didn't last very long. And Odo's flagship is not super useful. Also, when the hell did it arrive? It's actually a good question because I wasn't here when we first got here. It was us, the Defiant, and 3 Cardassian ships. Now we seem to be down to just Garrick's ship, the Defiant, us, and then Odo. His ship showed up at some point, apparently. Ooh, back off. All these damn swarmers are a little too clingy for me.
Should do just that. For now, let's return to our respective fleets and prepare for the next and hopefully final steps of this journey.
Thanks to Garrick, my homeworld is under siege. I realize there's not a lot of love lost to the Founders these days, but if the center of the Dominion falls to the Herc, the rest of the galaxy will soon follow suit. If you're willing to stand with us one last time, assemble your forces and rendezvous with my fleet in the Gamma Quadrant. I hope to see you there before it's too late for all of us.
We'll see, Odo. Okay. Didn't even bother actually warping us out before saying to be continued. Which also doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense anymore because the next mission has already been released and it's been out for a while now, so it's a little bit weird. But whatever, let's report to command.
There's a certain poetic symmetry at play here. The Dominion are about to receive their comeuppance from one of the many species they've abused. Regrettably, we Cardassians have some experience in such matters. Of course, our work is just beginning. We need to formulate a cure for the Herc before they devastate every system in the Quadrant. Hopefully, we can achieve this lofty goal before they make a meal of the Dominion. And again, science is often a lengthy, perilous process. I'm certainly glad to put Havas Kul behind me. Small, dark passages are not a passion of mine.
Sure, Garrick. Collect flares. I've never used them. Yeah, okay. They're really not that useful. They're just a little gimmick-like thing. Because, you know, you saw a bunch of flares on the ground in that mission, so clearly you want to be able to throw your own flares around. But that'll be it for this part. I will see you all next time, where we will be doing... 1 second. Just a random spam call. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by a spam call. I will see you all next time, where we'll be doing the mission Home, I believe is the name of the last mission in the Gamma Quadrant story arc. Double check that. But yes, I believe it is. Yes, it is Home. And then, like I said, after the next part, we will be starting to do the Discovery content, which is... I don't think is actually over, because we haven't dealt with the main villain yet. I think that was originally supposed to actually be an event back in December of 2019. But that they ended up pushing that back instead. So who knows when exactly we'll be actually basically finishing the Discovery content. And then now we should start getting Picard content in the near-ish future. So yeah, Cryptic really needs more people to be able to have working on content. That way they can get it out potentially a little bit earlier, or on, I guess, a more regular basis at least. But nonetheless, that'll be it for this part. I will see you all next time when we do the mission Home. But until then, goodbye and farewell.